Welcome back, Canes family, to another film review. 4-0, baby, undefeated in September. So we'll take it that all day. We're gonna start this off with Donald Chaney making his first career start for Miami. I was like, how is that possible? But then I realized, he was always in a timeshare, even as a freshman. But love to see him fight hard, get some good, tough carries he's dragging here. But bruh, like super happy for Chaney. I have something coming out, but the team win was crazy. The rushing yards was crazy. We'll get into it. Just happy to see that Don Chaney, even though Henry Parrish had the game he had, and is clearly our best running back, that his work wasn't going unnoticed, and Coach Cristobal gave him the starting. So crafty and saucy by X to create separation. This is a curl, and he's this is a man. So you got Brashard clearing out the trips. So what he's doing is he's gonna take that outside stem. You see, like he's releasing for the fade, and then breaks it back inside, taking the inside leverage, snaps down for the curl. Great hands catch for the first down. But again, that's how you create separation in space. That's why you continue to see, Xavier Restrepo get these balls on third down. It's because of his route running and his ability to get open. The great wall of mirror ball is really leading to most of the, if not all, the success on offense. You can just continue to point out any big play. The O linemen are just doing their thing. This interior we have with Matt Lee, Javion Cohen, and Inez Cooper is one of the best interiors in the country. You just have to say it. Matt Lee's going to disengage, get up to the second level. Here's Cohen. Here's Cooper sealing. I mean, that interior. I mean, anybody could have ran through that hole. I mean, they're not taking anything away from Parrish, but I mean, I just love the way the O line is blocking, and then Parrish's vision is our X factor on the team. So he's able to pick his holes and burst through and accelerate. But you have to give the kudos to this interior. I mean, the whole line's playing well, but just on this play specifically, I mean, he could have went this way, he could have bounced it here, he could have went it where he went. I mean, there were just so much options for Parrish. Love the way the offensive line is continuing to just create space, boy. Great Wallamir ball. Total control of the offense here. Trips here to the left. They're going to motion Riley in. It's two tight end set, 12 set. This is a run play. This is a run play all day. You see him throw those signals at X. Him and X are looking at each other. The safety came all the way over when Riley went. This is a run play. X is looking at TVD. TVD is looking at X. See that little signal? Rocker step, quick, easy. This is the easiest touchdown of X's career. Just a guy playing off, quick 1-2. That's the rocker step at the top for the corner route. But that's just TVD changing the play. Look at Kobe Young, just staying out the way because this just was a run play anyway. So it's just a dead little dummy route on the outside. Here comes X with a change up from TVD. That's a quarterback with command of the offense, has the ability to make changes at the line of scrimmage, even in the goal line and in the red zone. Big play. Love that he has the freedom. That's really what matters. Great job by here by Temple. This was the play where everybody in the group chats, oh my God, TC's ass, TC's this. And then he proceeded to get two interceptions after this. But Trips bunch here to the field side. They're switching over. So you have the point man crossing face. So these two have no idea. So Couch has to take the most outside man. So by the time this man runs the speed out, that's why he has a step on him, is because you have a receiver who knows exactly what route he's running, and you have defenders waiting to see who goes where so they can know exactly who they have. So Couch has so much space in between his man and the out route. That's just what these type of offenses do against man coverage. So this was the big play we were able to allow here. Love the effort by everybody chasing down James Williams. Was able to get the tackle at the end. So it sucks that we had this big play, but the defense does tighten up and keep them out of the end zone. But that's exactly what happened, man. Like, it's the spacing, it's the banjo, the who goes inside, who goes outside, and then of course his Couch's man, which is by design, is going to be the furthest away from him, so he's not able to undercut that football. I don't know if bro is going to run a slant or a curl or whatever. We got one high, and we are playing man, and you cannot throw towards DP. That is straps. I mean, the what was it, like 13 targets on the season or something like that, five, maybe a little bit more. Five receptions allowed. Like, this is just the feet work. When I tell you, everybody, his feet, his feet, his feet. That's really what separates him. Because of course we were playing off, we were playing soft most of the game. I didn't like it much, but in the second half it worked out. But look how much that feet work. that footwork, man. I'm telling you, it's the footwork that allows him to break on these type of balls. It's so straps and such fluid motion. Love to see Corey Flack continue to just play some of his best football. Temple's going to pull their center, their left tackle. They're going to try to get to this edge. And, with that gap created by the pool, Corey Flack shows that athleticism and bursting through, riding down the line of scrimmage for a very short gain on the run play. But love to see that from Flag. He's stepping up. He's being a leader. He's talking that jump. Flowing sideline to sideline. I love it. The players around him are responding, dapping him up. Great play. They try to catch Miami slipping here with the trick play, get their running back over, trying to make it look like a swing. These guys are blocking. You can see we have our guys shooting that space, fake block, and then try to release this ball up the seam. Looks like the receiver just went too far inside, and the quarterback was expecting him to be out. But again, Ruben Bain applying that pressure. So miscommunication from the quarterback and the receiver, but the pressure probably really affected the throw more than anything. TC was just dropping underneath anyways. So if that would have went inside, we had the safety help. You also had DP covering his man in there. So it's just easy money, man, to be real with you. The pressure up front is allowing these defensive backs to make plays like this. This is TC's second interception of the season. He'll have his third later on in this review. But you love to see it. Just the ball skills, track it in, finish the play, keep him out the end zone, especially after that big drive. That big play that everybody was, oh my God, TC, and then he goes and closes that drive with no points. That's how you play big boy football. I used to remind people, TVD is not a statue; he's a multi-sport athlete. You remember that as a freshman, the 20 redshirt freshman, the 29-yard touchdown run versus UVA down the sideline. He can get going. Temple has no integrity on the edge. They come down crashing hard. They do not account for TVD to pull this ball at all, and he shows that. I'm gonna say 4.8. You feel me? Give my dog a 4.8 down that sideline. You feel me? Easy money. That's the even the commentator talking about that's the added. He worked super hard in the offseason, workouts to improve on this and to get this in his game. His body fat percentage is down, just like everybody on the team. But again, if nobody's gonna cover this, this is easy. He takes off at the 25-yard line, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I mean, he covered over 40 yards of ground and then doesn't take a hit, gets out of bounds. So that's all you can ask for TVD. Just keeping the defense honest. Third and fourth, Temple seems to think Restrepo is going to get this ball. We're in a 12 set personnel, so two tight ends here, two receivers here. Look at these two cornerbacks. They're both going to let Kobe Young get a free release up to. Look at these two cornerbacks. I was looking at safety earlier. Excuse me. Are just going to allow Kobe Young right up. They're just bracketing an X. He's like, okay, you got inside, I got outside, and they're leaving this guy one-on-one with Kobe Young. As soon as TVD saw that, he just threw it up top where the baby can't get it. And then Kobe Young with the extreme stretch to go out and get this ball at its highest point. This might be the best jump ball I've seen Kobe Young, catch, really, to be real with you. It was one of the most insane catches just to see in recent memory for Kane. So like to see that coming up, the full extension, TVD reading it. Okay, you're going to go out my boy X and bracket that. That means you're going to leave that one-on-one. We like our chances. We'll put it up top. Number 4 had no chance. Their number 4 had no chance. Love it. TVD knew exactly where he was going with that football. The decisiveness, the ball placement, everything was on the money. Yeah, one more again. Ooh, highest point. And he caught the nose of that ball. Let's get it. I know, LT hasn't had the eye popping stats that, most people have been waiting for, but he's been affecting the game. That's why his pro football focus rating has been high in pretty much every game. He's not going to get a stat for this, but, how are you going to get the running game going when you have this much penetration and this running back just has to cut back up into the teeth of that defense? And here comes Ruben Bain, who was unblocked because they're coming this way. And that's what happens when you have penetration like that. This play's supposed to go outside. You're supposed to have a little bit of space here with a blocker. Next thing you know, LT blows that play up. Now you have to go back in the teeth of a waiting Ruben Bain. So again, LT might not have been having the stats, man, but he's been doing the most dirty work of his career, and that's only going to make him a better player. Not a bad play design. They're going to try to send their running back out, which is going to make our defense shift over. They're actually successful in doing so. They're going to try to get this receiver coming down the line on a jailbreak screen, but Wesley reads this is supposed to be the one-on-one player. You have to go. You're supposed to be going, away from him. But it's crossing his face and getting away from him, getting some distance. But Wesley read that like a book. Immediately foot in the ground. He was coming in, knew the ball had to get out quick. It was 3rd and 12. You're sending the pressure. So again, Wesley Basaint, back-to-back weeks. Actually, more than that, to making plays in the backfield, negative plays in TFL. So love to see that from Wes. Love this the eye contact, the communication between your receiver and your quarterback. So this is a run play. They motion in McCormick. This is supposed to be a run play. You see TVD and George, looking at each other. He'll pull it. You don't really see X running the route. He's blocking. He's chilling. You got this one-on-one up the sideline that TVD was interested in. The safeties was way over here. So once TVD saw that, he gave George that look right now, as you just saw his helmet turn. Then George went for that up the for that fade ball up the field. Perfect pass. It was on the money. But again, the quarterback just taking advantage of the one-on-one matchup with the safety help elsewhere, having the freedom within this offense to just go ahead and change the play. What a dime to the outside shoulder. TVD in his bag. I know we gave up some more plays and yardage than we liked, and everybody was pointing at the DBs. But a couple of times it was because we got burnt dropping our DNs in coverage. I mean, Tempo was able to actually take advantage of that matchup. We've been able to get good results out of it, dropping in the flats. But this time when we go man across the board, it's an angle route. The running back's able to get Jaden Wayne outside and then get back in. I mean, with no inside help, that's super hard for Jaden Wayne. He's already outside of him because he's playing in the edge. He's outside leverage, 3 yards. So if this guy flows outside, what's Jaden supposed to do? He's supposed to go outside with him. That's a hard route to cover for a DN. So I wouldn't blame Wayne here. I just, Temple caught us and that, we like to drop our DNs in coverage, and they took advantage of that 2 or 3 times this game. So I would love to see, how we adjust on that moving forward. It's been, successful, dropping our DNs in the flats, but, maybe man on running backs. We'll calm down a little bit on that. But kudos to Temple for making us pay for it. Now this one, Kane's family had enough to we got scared, we got away with it. But trips here, they motion. Quarterback's just rolling, and just misses a wide open touchdown. DP's eyes was just in the backfield. Maybe thought the play was going to be over. Guy did a little double move and got behind. So that's one that Kane's family and all of us, we got away with one, and I'm happy about, because that could have gave them way too much momentum. And even though they ended up scoring later in the game, I mean we just couldn't give up a score, not like that. They're 2-by-2. They're bunched tight. And this is just Leonard Taylor showing off that talent with this winning on one-on-one with the spin move here against the right guard, just swimming through. And then the power, as he loses his balance, he's just able to just reach out and grab that thigh pad and pull him down by either thigh or hip. But that's just grown man strength there for Leonard Taylor, finally getting that sack. And all the acolytes, that have been coming his way. Now there's some more stats to it, but he's been producing and doing more dirty work than ever that we already talked about. But that's grown man strength. Grab him by the thigh pad and get him down. Right there, pull him down. Grown man strength. Temple, Trips bunch right. They motion in. This is just Ruben Bain, and also shout out to Thomas Gore, who's come on in recent weeks and is starting to look like a great evaluation. But this is Ruben Bain, one-on-one versus right tackle. Just gonna knock those hands down and continue to speed rush, as we saw Gore also creating pressure from up the middle. He wins his one-on-one matchup with that left guard. So great to see, and he was held. Whether he got there sooner, but it worked out for the best because Bain's able to get that hand on him, and then Harvey recovers for the fumble recovery. So it stood. They reviewed it, and it actually was confirmed, I believe. But again, you just love to see Ruben Bain winning on that outside. But there was multiple one-on-ones, one on that outside. Look at Thomas Gore winning that one-on-one, and then here's Ruben Bain So two defensive linemen winning one on one, and then you get a big, strip sack. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, that's why those type of guys get the big money, who could pass rush and can change the play in the game just like that in one play. Shout out to coach, all the coaching staff for getting this D line ready, because it doesn't matter who's out there. That D line has been producing. Henry Parrish's dominant day, getting a touchdown here before halftime. Just love the design here. 12 set personnel. We got our two tight ends who've been, just great in the running game. You bring X in motion, who's going to block this corner. And then Riley Williams just, gets to the second level and seals that alley with just that little tap of a block. He's helping with 84 McCormick, and then he releases up. This block right here just allows that alley for, Parrish to accelerate. Easy touchdown once he gets his head going. Just the yards before contact is just insane this year for the running game. It's just, Henry Parrish does not get, contact until pretty much at the goal line, maybe right there at the 4-yard line. But just where these running backs have holes to run all day, super impressive. This is just a heave and a prayer. Honestly, it's like the Texas A&M one. The guy, throws the perfect pass for that moment because he's getting hit and he's just throwing it up. Trips here. This guy's running a stop. Then he continues to go up. It goes literally right. TC passes it off. He's not supposed to go past the goal line. So he's right here. He has two safeties behind him. And the quarterback just happens to throw it right in between both of them. Again, this is Jaden Harrison and James Williams. Second game together starting. So the communication's just not there where it would be with him and Cam. And then they're able to split the defense. So that sucks. But we're not gonna kill them for it. We didn't give up, pretty much anything defensively after halftime. I think they had like 35 yards. So, they definitely tightened. As we were just giving, McCormick and Riley their flowers for the blocking on the perimeter with that Henry Parrish touchdown. Here comes the 12 set, and here's Brashard on this pop pass. And look who's on the edge, sealing right here. Here's McCormick. And then there's Riley Williams leading the way, getting out in front. So to create that alley, once again, their blocking has been super impressive on the edge, man. Got to give a shout out to those tight ends. They're affecting, this is an extension of the run game, pretty much with these pop passes. So I love what I'm seeing. We get a trips to the left, and Henry Parrish is just going to show off this jump cut. Prentice, Marinoa gets a good job getting on the edge and getting enough of him so Henry Parrish can beat him with speed. Love the way he finishes this run, putting his head down. He's gonna get a touchdown coming up soon, but just love the way Henry Parrish is just operating, finishing run strong. And the blocking has been there. His vision and jump cut has been there. I continue to say his vision and acceleration through the hole, are probably one of the most consistent X factors on the team for Miami. Here it is, first and goal, 12 set. We got our two tight ends there, and you know what's going on. We're going to pull Riley Williams to get that trap block on the edge, and just look at the the overall push from the offensive line. They're pretty much at the goal line with Parrish as he's getting in. Just the offensive line just continue to give their flowers. Just here's Matt Lee, here's Cohen. It's just, Jalen Rivers at left tackle. I mean, it's just a thing of beauty on that left side with McCormick. Easy touchdown for Henry Parrish. Love this from Daryl Porter. I mean, just the high level cornerback play. They're 2x2. They motion here to trips here. Now that he's most outside man, we're in man coverage. Now that's Daryl Porter's man. So they try to sneak him through the traffic on third and short, get this guy going outside, get him going inside, just park him right in the middle. Look how much space Daryl closes. That feet work. I mean, how much steps did it take for him to close? One step in the ground, even though it was wet and murky, 1 foot able to cover 3 yards and get that hand in there to break up that pass. I mean, the straps was out. DP again in his bag. With that great DP2 pass breakup, right? It leads them into fourth down. And again, Leonard Taylor is not going to get any stats for this, but his dominant pressure up the middle is what's going to make this quarterback make a horrible mistake and also keep him from completing a first down. If two receivers here, you're running a corner route with a speed out. If this guy wasn't running away from Leonard Taylor as fast as he can, he would have threw this speed out away and then at least had a chance. Daryl Porter just showed him he can close that gap, but at least he would have had a chance. You have Corey Couch continuing to sink underneath this corner route while he has over the top coverage. So great job here from Jaden Harris, being over the top. That's great combo coverage from to Corey Couch dropping under the corner, having Harris over the top. It was great combo coverage. And then Leonard Taylor just making this guy make a mistake with that with that extreme burst up the middle, and then TC with his second interception of the game, and then third of the season. So love that from TC, man. It's great to see just the ball hawk skills come out. He's had some drops and interceptions throughout his career, but this year it's looked like he's capitalizing on all those opportunities, which is just going to be lovely. We'll see here just that pressure from Leonard Taylor, relentless, relentless, relentless. Get this young quarterback to make a mistake. TC's there to capitalize. Matt Lee had just exited the game. So something we've all been wanting to know, who's going to be that backup center? It looks like Ryan Rodriguez, got the first crack in with Matt Lee going out. Trips here to the field side. We'll be bringing a center and our left guard, getting that full head of steam in that convoy. Love the way Rodriguez was able to get out in front. He doesn't get a hand on him, but that's just enough. You see Cohen here with the masterful kick out block, and then just being enough to hold that linebacker, and then Henry Parrish, skates through. We went back in that 12 personnel set, the pop pass to Ray. Great job by Ray. But who do you think is leading that charge? And again, McCormick and Riley Williams being excellent on the edge, sealing that. Then you just see the speed and burst from Ray. This is a good tackle. That was helmet and shoulder pad right on that thigh pad. That was good, hard tackle. Thankfully Ray was okay. But that's just, welcome to college football. That was an upperclassman getting a big hit on him. Love to see Ray pop up. But again, that was nice to see the 8 lead blocks again from our 2 tight ends. And then, nice physical finish. Everybody walked away from that hit. So we like to see it. Easy money. If you already seen the review, little mini review of the out and up concepts we've ran all year. Every game we've completed one. Check my last video out. Make sure you like and subscribe, Canes family. But here's X trips formation. Just get the tight end going up the seam. Get Kobe Young, going up the seam, so you can get that one-on-one situation with X and a linebacker. That's easy money all day. TBD knew where he was going with that football. Enough pass protection right here from your running back. You can't block 2 free, so you just pick one. Usually you're supposed to get the inside guy, but I mean I'm not going to be a too picky. You block one of them, at least enough for X get up that field. So love to see it from from the running back. At least taking out one, and then just a great ball from TVD, great route, good concept, setting up this out and up on a level 2 defender. X is too good to be covered by a linebacker. Playing man coverage, so they're trying to get a rub here between their trips, right? They're trying to get a rub here between their number 3 and number 2 receiver. TC again, straps. So they try to get this rub going, this little in shin break inside and get this guy releasing upfield. TC, great feet work, and that's just completely straps. I mean, there was nowhere to go with that football. This was 3rd and short. You're trying to get it to your guy that's supposed to get a free release on this rub. But TC was everywhere. He was a man on a mission. We start off 2 by 2. You see this motion in here. So this cover 3. So it's going to be deep third, deep middle. With that motion in, you get the safety more into the middle of the field. You have a stutter and go on the outside from TVD. So even though it's zone, basically it's still a one-on-one situation because there's going to be no help. You get that stutter and go. The guy was just not currently, but the guy was just trying not to get beat deep. You can see he was bailing at the snap. He does that stop and stutter. He doesn't even stop. He just continues to go. And then so TVD sees that. He throws it back shoulder, and Jacoby just makes the catch. Great adjustment here from Jacoby George, and obviously just great to see TVD continue to attack one-on-one situations. He realized the guy was, sitting, then bailed. Bail, sit. They've been doing a bunch of stuff, and then now finally he just wants to let it go deep, and he'll go back shoulder for the great completion here to Jacoby George, who's been coming on fire every week, making explosive plays down the field. The screen game has been super effective. We've been running it out of different sets and formation and looks. Here we got the trips to the near side. We motion X out. We're going to get that jailbreak. Now we have the numbers to the near side, and we get Jacoby coming inside. You get your center again, and now it's Rodriguez instead of Matt Lee leading the way. They get that good kick out block, which gets the alley. Look at all these linemen coming downfield. Look at Francis running downfield 30 yards, 40 yards down the field. I mean, just the athleticism, the size of this O line, and then obviously the playmaking ability from JG and George is crazy. But the athleticism on O line, you have to point it out, man. This has been X's play all year. This quick little screen with the tight end and the receiver to block. Even Robbie Washington had some success with it versus Bethune. Here, Riley Williams getting out ahead again. Kobe Young's running his man off, so this corner's not even looking. Now you get the convoy. Here's Jalen Rivers. Here's Cohen out in space. Jalen Rivers, again, been excellent on these screen games. I have some content coming. I got to give some love to this O-line. But in Riley Williams, again, with this block. Cohen, everybody who has a purpose on this play, fulfilled it. Kobe Young, great job running this guy out downfield. Here's Cohen. I mean, here's Rivers with the kick out block. Great vision coming inside. Here's Riley with the block. Here's Cohen again with the block. Riley continuing to block downfield. I mean, it's a thing of beauty getting Ray in space, but you have to shout out these blockers, man. It's been super impressive the way these guys are getting downfield and leading. This is, a defensive back that, Jalen Rivers is able to beat to the spot and then make that block. This is our freshman tight end, Riley Williams, continuing to block in space. Nice. If you've seen my last video of breaking down the cornerback blitzes that, Coach Guidry's been doing, now we do a little bit more. We bring in the outside corner blitz here to the 2x2 set. 5 wide. You have 2 receivers here on the near side. You have Jaden Wayne lined up over this slot, and they're both going to come off this edge. You have Devontae Brown and Jaden Wayne, so this tackle is going to widen up. And then here comes that cornerback blitz coming. The quarterback never had a chance. He's just going to get blown up. This is super identical, just like last week. His younger brother, that's Devontae Brown with the big hit. Damari Brown had a very similar play. Blew the running back up in the backfield. I mean, just the way we're sending this cornerback blitz, I love the way we're doing it. It's been super effective. We're getting home every time we call it. Big hit from the Brown brother. Coverage sack, really, but love the effort and what I've seen from Gore. Trips, bunch here to the field side. Just, as the quarterback has to step up, he sees this open lane, goes to go outside, and then Gore is just able to track him down for that sack. Love what I've been seeing from Gore. He's played hard, especially these last 2-3 weeks. He's coming in a little bit of snaps versus Texas A&M, making an impact. Then Bethune, we saw what he could do in extended snaps. And then again, in extended snaps versus Temple, Gore looking like a great evaluation for the staff. Love to end it back-to-back reviews with the speed of Chris Johnson. This one's not for a touchdown, unfortunately, but trips here to the field side. We're just getting that running game going where you pull our left guard and we're pulling, our center, and we're getting out ahead. And it's just about that lane where CJ could just burst through and show that otherworldly speed. I wish he would have cut in right there because I think he would have been off to the races if he just gets that one cut inside and then just shows that deep speed. But again, that's going to wrap up this film review. 4-0 in September. Let's ride, get healthy over the bye week. See Georgia Tech at Hard Rock Stadium. Fill a seat out, man. Let's get this home field advantage going. Go Canes.